Look, I am all about giving credit to where credit is due, right? So I'm needing to give this credit to Toya Bush Harris from Married to Medicine. I know everyone has been watching Married to Medicine. It has been a whirlwind. Let me tell you, there has been so much that's been transpiring. Between Quad and Dr. G and Sweet T and King, and then you have Phaedra, and then Apollo, and then his wife Shireen, and then you have Dr. Heavenly and Sweet T. It has been drama galore while they've been on this cash trip. And you know, the ending result was several people leaving just due to things erupting during the trip, and it was really sad to see. And this is the confliction that I always have, right? Because I know that in order for a show to thrive, in order for a show to have good ratings, in order for the show to have good views, you have to have some sort of drama, right? That's created. And I feel like this is where we always have this conflict, because here when we have the drama, and sometimes it can be a bit excessive, right? But here when we have the drama, we want to backpedal and say that now the show is distasteful, right? But then if the show becomes bland due to lack thereof drama, now you're wanting to turn the channel and look at something else. So a lot of times you want to ask yourself, when can you actually find a happy medium when it comes to these reality shows? And I feel like that's where we are with Married to Medicine. Granted, I'm pretty sure this by far may have been like their best season if it's in terms of the chaos and drama, right? Because it's just so many different twists, so many different turns, and it all stems from like relationships both past and present. And that's what is allowing things to pretty much, fester over into real time. And, I really want to give it to Toya because, after the whole melee, after everything, transpired, the altercation between King and Dr. G, and then, of course, you have Heavenly and Sweet T, and then you have Phaedra and Shireen. Like, after the dust settled, right? They, later on gathered, and pretty much it was like their final gathering before they, departed from the trip. And, Toya, she pretty much informed, the group that they have been mean girls. And, sometimes you can go a little bit too far. And this is where I favor Toya. And let's be clear. It's always been said that Toya will always keep it real. Toya will always say what maybe the other ladies want to say aloud, but they're only, saying it subconsciously in their minds. So this is where I value Toya, because Toya is pretty much letting the group know, hey, look, we are mean girls. And, as a result, this is the reason why, the dynamic shifted, and why, some of the people decided to leave the cash trip. And you do have to ask yourself after a while, like, when is enough, right? Like, how far can you truly go before you have that revelation that you've actually taken it too far? And sometimes it could be to, a point of no return. And I feel like with the different dynamics that transpired, now we look at Phaedra, right? And so people, they're all over the place when it comes to Phaedra because they see that she brought Shek, on the cash trip, but Dr. Heavenly invited Apollo. Now, Dr. Heavenly did inform Phaedra that she invited Apollo. And so, it seemed at the time that, Phaedra seemed as if she was okay with it. But I feel like just so Phaedra can have her own drama within the group, I felt like that's partially the reason why she decided to bring Shek. Pretty much to make Apollo jealous, or maybe to get a rise or a reaction from Apollo. But, little did she know that, to me, it seemed as if Dr. Heavenly must have reached out to Apollo to inform Apollo about Shek. And maybe this is what prompted Apollo to bring Shireen, and I don't know. I'm still trying to gain clarity of, the motives. But, either way, things still ended, bad. And, as a result, Phaedra, she decided to leave the cash trip. She referenced the ladies as being mean girls, and she didn't want to partake in what it was they were dishing out. So, her and Shek, they took off on her private jet, and pretty much this is where we now see the where Phaedra pretty much is about to leave this platform, Married to Medicine, and soon she'll be asked to join Real Housewives of Atlanta. So me personally, I really feel like it was really for the best. I never saw Phaedra actually having a true dynamic with the ladies, because it's like, she was the oddball. And I say that because she technically had no affiliation when it came to medicine, right? Unless she, would have been representing, one of the doctors, then maybe that would have, given her some sort of credit to medicine. But she really didn't have any affiliation. She wasn't married to a doctor. She wasn't dating a doctor, nor was she a doctor herself. So the dynamic would have always been off between her and the lady. So I just feel like it was good that she departed. I'm glad that, nothing erupted to the point where, there was any type of fights that would have ensued. And so I honestly feel like that Phaedra did leave gracefully, so that way she can, enter back to her roots, which is the Housewives platform. So yeah, it was bittersweet. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was good to see Phaedra back on Bravo. It was good to see her back on reality TV. That form of reality TV, that is. But yeah, she's gone back to her home, and I honestly feel like that's exactly where she belongs. For more information like this plus more, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like and comment as well. And a new episode is coming your way this week.